The following review has been approved by Lord Carnage and the best of Classic Game Room. There's a wealth of Disney games on the Sega Genesis, including The Lion King and Aladdin. Well, this is TaleSpin, based on an early 1990s animated series on the Disney Channel that I've never seen. But now I've played the game on the Genesis or the MegaDrive, and while this one doesn't really stand out amid a sea of other side-scrolling platformers on the Genesis, it's not bad. It's not great either, but I'll start by praising the music. But I will question the realism. Where does that bear swimming underwater wearing a hat put those boxes? Do the developers think of anything? Come on. You know, I can buy anthropomorphized animals, but I've got to question whether or not any living being would willingly shove cargo crates up its ass. I mean, I'm not sure what Baloo's actually supposed to be doing in this game, but it doesn't seem like he's saving the Earth, so, you know, it really shouldn't be that critical. I think he should just nuke them all from orbit, even if that's not really in the Disney spirit. Then again, what is the Disney spirit? The Disney spirit is making money by any means necessary. And I don't have a problem with that as long as what they're selling me doesn't suck. And for the most part, the Disney video games from this period did not suck. And this one doesn't suck, it's just fairly mediocre. Once again, I'll compliment the music, which is different. You don't hear music like this on the Genesis very often. I think it's actually very well done, but I can't stand the boss battles. So they kind of cancel each other out, and what you're left with is a very mediocre game with uninspired environments. I mean, just look at this. We've got some anthropomorphized desk clerks in the background watching violence between other anthropomorphized animals wearing clothing, and they don't even call the police, who are most likely other bears or raccoons, maybe some ducks. Who knows? It's Disney after all. Give me frickin' Tron. He'll clean this mess up. Talking bear meet light cycle. Side-scrolling platformer meet convoluted side-scrolling shooter game. What the hell's going on here? Who gave these animals a pilot's license? In order to complete each level, you have to make it through alive, scoring points along the way, collecting crates, and then you open up a boss battle, which is usually 10 to 20 times harder than the rest of the game. So you've got these really easy platforming segments, followed by impossible, poorly programmed boss battles, which is fairly par for the course for a lot of mediocre side-scrolling Genesis games, to be honest. You see, the arcade era still has some influence here. Scoring points really isn't all that exciting in the game. It's about getting through it, but then you run into a boss battle which gets frustrating. TaleSpin's just another one of those games as far as I'm concerned. It could have been better, but then again, since it was probably a mediocre Disney Channel television show, would it have mattered? Unless, of course, you're TaleSpin superfan number 1, in which case, hey, good news, this game is really cheap and easy to find. I don't know what kind of animal Baloo is. Presumably Davy Crockett could make a sandwich out of him and live for a week comfortably. But regardless, it doesn't seem like water should hurt him as much as it does. Like, fountains are the most dangerous thing in this game. Although you have to have some respect for any game where hamburgers and ice cream give you health. Except they're not laying under trash cans where they should be. We all know Streets of Rage set the proper nutritional standards for all video games. TaleSpin, I've got a classic game room shout out and thank you to send all the way to Jordy from the Netherlands. Thank you for sending TaleSpin on the MegaDrive. Alright, so there's far worse games on the Genesis, but there's also way better ones. I mean, why spend your time playing TaleSpin when you could play The Revenge of Shinobi? This one's okay, unless you're a huge TaleSpin fan or want to relive some nostalgia, I'd pass on this one. even if the music's not bad. The best of classic game room is on DVD, Blu-ray, and Laser Hyper Vision album set.